What's up with it? Thank y'all for tuning in. We back with another episode of Topics with T Knot, and man, y'all been messing with me, viewing me. Man, I'm trying to run them subscribers up. So y'all, subscribe. Give me some comments, man, some feedback. Like them videos. Y'all been tuning in though, and I appreciate that. But today we're gonna talk about this Wack 100 versus Suge Knight situation. So lately, you know, Suge went on $1 million worth of game and said a couple things about Wack that obviously he ain't like. But before that, Wack had already revealed on a couple other blogs or whatever, interviews, that him and Suge wasn't just seeing eye to eye. But Gillie asked Suge, was he anything more than the driver for him, when he was out? And Suge basically said, he happy to see Wack making some money, He done built up his platform, but he be doing too much, you know what I mean? He up in this shit, talking about politics, that he shouldn't be talking about, getting into it with people that he shouldn't be getting into it with, and just really, just doing too much. And Suge was like, you want to do all that, but why don't you just squabble up, and get some of this out the way. And before that, I don't know what interview it was, but they had a secret recording come out. The recording had been done, but he was talking to a Pyru member by the name of Big Duck, if I ain't mistaken. He a Pyru with a name from out of Compton too. And Suge was telling him that, Wack, he got 28 years basically because of because Wack ain't paid a lawyer or something was going on. I don't know. So Wack been feeling some kind of way. Then he do the Gillie interview. So anyway, Wack gone Clubhouse like he been doing lately and respond. And really, just dog Suge out, I guess called himself exposing him or whatever. And he was just like, basically, Suge, dumb, you know what I'm saying? He hate when people compare him to Suge, because if you think about it, when you look at Wack, he like puts you in the image of, you see him in the image of Suge, like he just a modern day Suge Knight, But he was like, Suge dumb. He got 28 years because he didn't want to get out the truck and fight. When Bone from Athens, got off on him, started punching him all upside his head. And he was so scared that he even ran over his partner like Terry Carter. And Suge was really cool. He was just there to mediate. He wasn't on no, but Bone was down the funk. You know what I'm saying? So Suge ain't want to get out the truck and fight back. So he was so scared, he drove off and messed around and ran over, his partner. And on top of that, he was saying that Suge's reputation come from the people around him, not so much of the shit that Suge was doing. So it's like Big Buntree, Heron, Rock Chisholm, Mob James, all them people, if you're familiar with the Death Row stories and stuff. And Wack was saying himself too, they was out there putting it down in the streets in the name of Suge Knight. So people feared Suge, on their work. But he was like, Suge ain't want to get into it with him because when it come to the streets, Wack was like, he got more power, or whatever. And he was saying how, he paid for Suge mama funeral. And, man, just a whole lot of stuff. You could tell there was a lot of animosity, a lot of tension between them. And I guess Wack was saying that he really ain't want to expose him, but Suge really ain't, what people push him up to be. You know what I mean? So it was kind of crazy. It's kind of funny to me though, to see them two bumping heads and going at it, because you would think that they would be solid, because truth be told, Wack came up under Suge, and Suge keeps saying that Wack was a truck driver, and Wack, like, in which I felt Wack on that, like, that's just part of my story. I was driving trucks. I was getting the bag driving trucks because I didn't want to be around them, around you taking orders like a lot of the other dudes was. And you look up years now, a lot of them dudes dead or in prison, versus Wack, even Suge. Versus Wack, he on. He stayed down till he came up. And that's what it is. And he just don't understand why what he say Suge just on some jealousy. Suge don't like to see him in the position he in, and still trying to. But man, Wack be doing a whole bunch, bro. I ain't gonna lie, Wack been getting into it with a whole bunch of people for so many years, just saying a whole bunch of stuff. And it's kind of crazy. And he even said that Suge was a snitch, and I'm like, well, if he was a snitch, why you was still messing with him, Because he supposed to been snitched on, I think that was Akon partner, dude Akon was signed to or something, I can't remember. But it was some dude that Akon was signed to, him and Suge getting to it. He knocked Suge out in Arizona. And Suge did a police statement on him, told him that it was dude. And when they called around, like, damn, Suge, what's up? That's how you doing it? So they should have told him to give him $150,000, and he had dropped the case. But dude ain't paying, and Suge went on with it, Dude had the bond out, fighting from the streets, ended up getting some probation. But he was like, and he was a rat. So, man, it's just a lot of stuff. I don't know. But, I'm going to keep an eye on that and see what's going on with that, you know what I'm saying? And see if I have to come back and let y'all know what's going on. Another thing that's been kind of trending is supposedly Yo Gotti and Black Youngster done fell out behind Black Youngster dissing Dolph. Supposedly that's what the rumor going around. I don't know. But that's kind of interesting, because if you think about it, Gotti is kind of low key. Even when Dolph was going it, Gotti never said Dolph's name. You know what I'm saying? He was saying Gotti's name, but Gotti never said Dolph's name. And which was kind of smart, because, when it's real, you need to disassociate yourself to the public as much as possible. And for Black Youngster, if you look at like Black Youngster to the public, Black Youngster dissing Dolph is like Gotti dissing Dolph, or like he co-signed it at least. People like, oh yeah, Gotti done sicked the sick Black Youngster on him, in which I think that was too much of a reach. Like, that had kind of died down. If you doing that, you performing a diss songs, you making a video, you wrote another diss song, like, that's kind of like you claiming it. You know what I'm saying? That's like you claiming or you had something to do with it. Or, I don't know, it's just kind of funny, you know what I'm saying? And he did the video with Thornton on the tombstone or something like that's Dolph grave. And, like he just, co-signing or whatever. But supposedly, Gotti wasn't happy with it and kind of trying to disassociate himself or distance himself, because, he up there with Jay-Z now. He in that industry, he in them offices talking to important people. You don't want your name tied up in that, You scare them people, that's messing up your bag. And if we don't know nothing else about Gotti, we know he about his money. You know what I mean? And you can't mix the two. You just can't do it. It ain't good for business. So, we're gonna keep an eye on that. But Black Youngster, like, he straight heavy count, like he taking everything CMG off. You know what I mean? Seen a couple things he took CMG off. He just heavy count. But we'll keep an eye on that too. Appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. Y'all like, comment, subscribe, mess with me, man, to hit that like button. Talk to me. I'll talk back if you don't agree with me. If you agree with me, the hating comments welcome too. But anyway, I'm gone. Appreciate it.